My whole life I've been kind of crazy out of my mind. My fucking dad paints houses. My mom's a kindergarten teacher. You know, she was in the Marines. Basically, I don't know. I've always been kind of just like driven just to like. I wouldn't say. I think a certain level of success. I think that's the best way to put it. Like for me, I think it's like the minute you stop like being busy, you're kind of dead. And more than being busy, it's like you want to have a sense of accomplishment in life. I'm gonna be a kid to the day I fucking die. When I got here, I started working for the creator of Woodstock. I would just throw parties, sleep there, fucking. I lived there. I was squatting. I didn't even fucking else to go. My parents were giving me like $500 a fucking month just to help me get on my feet. These like crazy like Israeli and Syrian Jewish people who bought the building caught me one day. I got a call a week later, like, come work for us. Turns out the dude's family owns like Century 21 department stores, the Bryant Park Hotel, like billionaires, like Office 600 Madison, like all my clothes, like I have like maybe 4 suits now, like 6 suits. They bought me all my shoes, all the shirts. Each shirt's like a fucking like $100 shirt. So I basically hooked him up with this dude Solly. They bought a building and I got like a huge kickback and I've been living off of that. And yeah, basically now it's like I just got this job through that, like doing private equity and development, which is basically like I'm a fucking enforcer. Enforcer. The only thing I can talk about is my own experience and my own. This is my experience of life. This is the way that I've lived my life and tasted the world and seen it through my eyes and my perception. But the thing is, there's questions that don't have answers, and me as a rational human being, which is the only thing I can ground my real life in, there's questions that are don't have answers. And as far as answers, I mean answers from the authority. I think answers from the ones who are actually making choices for us. For the most part, I think that when you hear the word conspiracy, it's almost stigmatized. So you hear the word conspiracy, and automatically you think, yo, this person's fucked in the head. There's a saying, it's like the only time you can really just fucking be alive with, like, I mean, like, is with enough money, you know? The fact that we can't be a society where it's like we use rational thought and truth to really figure shit out, then I just don't know. I mean, like, what the fuck? It's fucked. Basically what it is like-minded individuals with power, because that's the thing. Like human beings are tribal in the sense where it's like, you know, it's herds. I mean, that's the thing about government. People don't even realize what government is. It's like a fucking football team. We've almost like broken down the individual. We've killed the human being, the human spirit, to a point where it's like you settle. It's like you take mice. If I put mice in a maze, what are they going to do? They're going to run through the maze and try to figure it out. Okay? But if you take mice and you put them in just the wilderness, what are they going to do? They're going to learn where to eat and how to survive. They're going to learn how to have shelter on their own. They're going to do all these different things. And I think that's what was a great thing about human life almost before all this. We're experiencing the fucking biggest fucking human experiment ever. There was a way of life. Of course, this is changing. This is an evolution that we're experiencing. And the evolution is taking place because of technology. You don't know where your food comes from. You don't know shit. You don't know where it's grown. You don't know anything about anything. Fucking, we don't know shit. You are that rat. You are that rat in a maze, because think about it. It's one box to make you forget you're in another box. You get out of it, you're in a fucking grid. There's to get on the train. There's no sense of just being alone. Anonymity. Not only is it like a maze, but it's like you're with like thousands and millions of other fucking rats. It's like the bread and circus of fucking ancient Rome. It's like, how do you fucking distract the human people, give them a diversion from their real life? It's like their house is their cage. And it's not a matter of like, this is your castle, this is your fucking cage. This is where you go to like, you know? And it's crazy. You don't know. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Okay, I can explain to you perfectly through photosynthesis, through like anything, how the orange grows perfectly down to a T. But like, why does it taste so good when it's fucking, you bite into that shit and it's like perfect? Why? Like, why does a dead body smell like shit? The sense of immediacy in which things have been happening are just out of control right now. And I don't know, like I really personally think we're like, this is an exaggeration to say we're living in the future.
We're living in this overlapping set of wildly and somehow weirdly, precisely science fictional scenarios right now.
All about communication. That's what everything is. It's about technology. It's all about like, how do you communicate with human beings? How can we transcend the body? I can't remember really the past. It's like it's flickered around in images. Any more weed left? We're just animals, and it's like everything is to make us forget that. I'm religious in the sense like I don't know shit. These are just words. Like, what the fuck is a word? Sometimes you can't explain, like, you know, words are the worst way to say what you want to say. And it's like, there's even times when the tongue can conceal, but the eye will never. Every human being wants to unravel the mysteries of life. My name is Paul Joshua Abrahamian. Yeah. This is the fucking American professional. Yeah. So basically, I'm just doing staying alive.